Hey, everybody out there in Facebook land and YouTube land and wherever you might be watching from, or whenever you might be watching. Thanks for tuning in. It's Ask Madam again. It's Monday nights, right? So I have Brunhild with me tonight. She is an old and dear friend of mine. She's been, celebrating Halloweens with me for a long time now. I don't know, probably what? She says don't say because it might give our age away. But it's been a long time. And we've been, chill. There's a lot of upheaval at the House of Mayhem right now. It's chaotic and full of mayhem. Imagine that. But yeah, with the move. And hey, Kelly, I'm doing great. I am getting ready for a big move, but first a sale, and I'm selling off a lot of stuff, because I just want to make my life simpler. I want to be able to get up and go. Hey, Mort, I want to get up and go anytime, so I'm going to kind of live a little bit of like a gypsy lifestyle for a while. I think I need it. It's been a lot of work here at Mayhem Manor, and I'm kind of just over it. It's a lot of responsibility and it's a lot of house for just, really me. And I think it's time for me to find my way and, live my own dream. I've loved living here, and I have lived in some of the most incredible places that you could even imagine. And yeah, uh, it's some of the most incredible places. I've lived on a pastoral 10-acre farm with a rolling, pasture and a little pond, at the in the valley, and trees and pasture land, and we had horses that would graze out on the land, and we had chickens that would, be pecking in the dirt, and it was just it was just incredible and beautiful. And then I lived in a little house in the country on a gravel road, where you could look out the big picture window in front every night and see the sunset. And it was wonderful. And I've lived, next door to a pig farm too, for a long time. And I've lived in, Victorian homes, and I've lived in shacks with no electricity or no running water, no running water and no heat. And so we had wood heat, and we carried in water, and I've washed my jeans in the bathtub and wrung them out on a old fashioned wringer. I've lived in a lot of situations, and this has been wonderful. The location couldn't have been nicer. And the house was my mother's, so it was special. But it's time for me to get my own house in my own neck of the woods. And so I'm just going to kind of live like a gypsy until, that time comes that I should, pick where I really want to live. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for it, uh, and live life, and vive la difference. Sorry, I dropped my sock. Here's my socks. Can you see my socks? Yeah, they're nice socks. I like them. And anyway, I didn't. I was kind of in a hurry, and then I got on a little late, so it's like. So I'm gonna just slip my socks on right now, and it's still chilly here in Iowa. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Thanks, Kelly. Kelly says she loves them, so uh, there we go. Yeah, I do too, and I have I think I have two or three pairs of these in different colors, and color combinations. I have a purple pair too. But yeah, my mother bought me these socks uh, when years ago. Yeah, my mom was 420 friendly. She used it medicinally. of course. So, you know, it's what you do. Just use it medicinally. But anyway, this thing behind me, I don't know how well you can see it here. Come here, honey. We'll just lean it over a little bit. It's a suitcase, and it's like one of those hard-sided suitcases, you know. And so what I did is I found all these postcards that were from like the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, real old ones, and they were nice. And I put them on the suitcase. I thought it was kind of cool. So uh, yeah, it is stupid. And you know what? We don't have to talk about anything in particular today. Let's talk about that because it's also not legal here in my state of Iowa, and it's not legal federally in our country. However, in Washington, D.C., my lawmaker can walk down the street or whatever, sit in his home. He can go to a dispensary. He can go sit in his home and get high on marijuana while I sit here and have none because who can do that? Because it's not legal in my state. However, 500 yards to the west, across the river, it is legal. So it is just the stupidest thing in the whole entire world that it should be, legal 500 yards from here, but because I'm on the other side of the river, uh, no, not so much. Well, they're kind of opening things up in Iowa. I'll have to give them that. They are legalizing it for medicinal purposes, I believe. So, but here's the catch. If you go get your medical card for marijuana, kiss your gun rights goodbye. Because then when you go to get if you go to buy a gun, you have to fill out the questionnaire. Well, if you're honest, you couldn't really say that you weren't, on drugs or illegal drugs at that, because federally they are illegal. So, and the DEA keeps it that way as because why not? They're making a lot of money. It's ridiculous. In the state of California, it's legal for them to have dispensaries and dispense marijuana to people who are, eligible to buy it. Okay. So they can only deal in cash because the banks won't touch them. They're FDIC, the feds, are in on that. So, the banks are like, no way, that's a federal crime. It's money laundering, and I can't do that for you. So they store their money in safe deposit boxes at said bank. And so then the DEA gets a wind of it, and they come in and they say, oh, well, we're just going to seize this money because guess what? It's illegal drug money. So we're going to take it. And they do. And they're getting away with it. How do you like that? It's really sad. It's a sad state of affairs here in the United States where marijuana is concerned. So I'm kind of not happy about it, as you can tell, probably. And I need a drink of water. But, it's just ridiculous and it's stupid. So that's going to be my catchphrase of the day. This is stupid. So anyway, now that I'm on my soapbox about marijuana, we need to come out of the dark ages and just say, go ahead, whatever you want, It doesn't hurt anybody. It's not, God forbid, you would not buy the pill that they give you, from the pharmaceutical industry. They want you to take all these antidepressants, and they want you to, oh, here, take this, it'll get rid of your anxiety. You know what? Anxiety is a good thing. You need to learn how to use it to your advantage, not shut it off. It's ridiculous. And they make you feel like you have to take their, oh, someone's behind you. Yes, there is someone behind me. Well, there's her. This is Brunhild. Brunhild, by the way. Um, she's she's my buddy, and throw pillows at you, huh? Yeah. Well, oh, pills, probably. They want to throw pills at you. Yes, of course. And the sad thing is, that's all they know. I mean, they don't know what else to do for you. So they're going to throw a pill at your symptom, not even your disease. They're not treating your disease. They're treating your symptoms of the disease, of a disease, whatever. And then, no, it's okay, Kelly. No, no problem. I understood what you meant. So we're good. But, yeah, they don't know what else to do for you. So I recommend, before you go into any MD, go to a chiropractor because they're going to try and treat you without any drugs or surgery. Now, if they can't, and if there's no relief for you, or your disease process hasn't changed, they will make sure that you get somewhere that you need to be, whether it be uh, with an MD, or even like a health, like a mental health professional, or physical therapist. Or, I mean, there's all kinds of ists out there. And you just have to find what's right for you. And so, I think starting with chiropractic is a great place, because they're gonna maybe uh, educate you in the importance of lifestyle and how you live. If you don't, if you live on junk food and drink pop every day, and you never wash behind your ears or whatever, you're not going to be the most healthy person. And there's not a pill out there. There's not anything out there that is going to, uh, change that. You have to change it. You have to be the one in charge of your own health and say, I'm not going to have that, I'm not going to have that next drink, or I'm not going to, I'm not going to smoke cigarettes. I'm not going to, uh, lack in water. I'm going to drink it, just all kinds of things that you can do, little things to help yourself. And no doctor in the world is better than you are with your own health. And trust your body, trust it in what it's telling you. If your stomach feels bad, check your diet. Have you been exercising enough? Because if you don't exercise, it decreases the motility of your intestines and all that. So you really have to take care of yourself, and eat plenty of fiber. If you're not pooping right, then look to what you're eating. If you're living on McDonald's, or something, or fast food, or that just garbage. It's a lot of it doesn't even have nutritional value, period. There is nothing in it that is healthy or wholesome or good for you, or nutrition, or cellular building material. So, I think that's the first place to start, is with yourself. And then, you know, go to people who are going to look at things the way you do, and not somebody who suggests a pill at every turn. Yeah, because I can live without them. And I was taking a lot of pills because I was going to the MDs. I let them get a hold of me, and that's what they did. They gave me a boatload of pills, and you just have to say no. I'm not going to do it, because if you change your diet, if you eat right, if you eat simply, and if you exercise every day, move around, be active, do stuff, look for holes to dig. Take your shovel out and go look for a hole to dig somewhere. And it doesn't matter what it is. You can take a walk, you can go biking, you can run up and down your stairs 50 times, whatever it is you choose. But just stay active, because if you don't, if you don't use it, you lose it. So that's always good. Uh, have problems with their weight. Metabolism is also comes into play. I have slow metabolism, so I have to exercise like 5,000 times harder than, other people. And I really have a hard time, balancing my weight. And it's been a up and down for me throughout the years. And I just try to maintain at this point and stay active and eat, reasonably and not bake a lot because I really, really like my own baked goods, and it's sad. I could just eat my own baked goods for. I mean, I could I could just live on that stuff, and it's so bad for you. My new favorite thing is I made. You make pie crust, okay? Just plain old pie crust, and then we have this little uh, thing that you put in the fire, and it makes like a little pie. So you put the pie crust on both sides, and you put stuff in it, whatever, anything, and then you put it together, and you put it in the fire, and it makes like a little pie. We had tacos, which oh, I will. My Sam says I should say it like my aunt. My aunt Pat was English, and she said, Patrick Richards, go down to the store, go down to that little bodega on the corner, down there, and go and get us some of those tacos. They were very good, and we had them just the other day, didn't we? We had them just the other day, I think. That yes. So Patrick, go and get some for all of us. All right. That was so funny though. And so, yeah, my cousin would have to go down to the corner store. But yeah, anyway, she was a lovely person, and but I think we're gonna do a rap song about tacos, tacos. Oh gosh, from marijuana to tacos, it's really a kind of a reasonable progression. Hi, everybody. I'm back on my cell phone. Stupid computer. It's got like a loose connection with the cord, and it stinks because sometimes it'll be unplugged, and I won't realize that it's unplugged, and it's like, oh, great, great. It's not on. So, anyways, here I am on my phone, and so it's a little bit sketchy. But hey, you do what you have to do when you podcast. You just do what you have to do. So let's see. Oh, yeah, Mort. There we go. I can still work this. This is all right. And it's then of course the computer is updating. So I couldn't even get right back on. So but anyway, I'm back, and so we were uh, we were talking about all kinds of stuff. So I just want everyone to just wake up. Wake up to the things around you and really critically look at things. It's not about uh, liberal or conservative. It's not about Democrat or Republican. It's not about division. It's about us becoming one and standing up to a tyrannical government and saying, that is enough. I'm awake. I see what you're doing, and I have had enough. And we really just have to all stand together with this. If we don't, there's no hope for any sort of change in our government because no one will let that happen. So, anyway, I appreciate if anyone has still stayed with me. Let me try to share the show. Ooh, that's going to be tough. I don't know if I can do that. Uh, Sharing the show while on the phone. I may have to switch back to this. It says it's 100% complete, so I'm going to try to switch back seamlessly, and I think I can invite myself on my laptop into the broadcast. It's so weird, isn't it? Technology is so weird. Um, I like it, but then again, it's a pain, you know. And my lighting is so bad now with the phone. It was okay with the computer, I think, but not so much. We're kind of sitting here in the dark, aren't we? But anyway, hopefully I'll be back on the computer. But anyway, I think I'm just kind of hanging out here uh, on my own anyway at this point. But God love anyone who's stuck with me this long in the rerun. I appreciate you coming by. And I'll tell you what, it has been a wonderful night, but I think I got to sign off. It's a little bit too much for me with the technical difficulty. So, anyway, I want to say to everyone, blessed be. Thank you for joining me. You're wonderful. And join me again on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. for a little bit racier, a little bit saucier Madam on Madam After Dark. And we'll talk about all kinds of fun subjects for the adults only. But, it's late enough at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time that most children should be in bed anyway. So hope to see you adults there. And otherwise, have a great night and blessed be everyone.